This is the Wikipedia article for Cinnamon Challenge. You're listening to the podcast where we read Wikipedia pages and provide commentary. Welcome to WikiListen. I'm Rachel Teichman, LMSW.
And I'm Victor Varnado, KSN.
Are you ready for some mid-aughts fun?
Sure. Does that mean Cinnamon Challenge? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yep.
Great.
Cinnamon Challenge. The Cinnamon Challenge is a viral internet food challenge. A participant films themselves eating a spoonful of ground cinnamon in under 60 seconds without drinking anything, with the video being uploaded to the internet as evidence. The challenge is difficult and carries substantial health risks because the cinnamon coats and dries the mouth and throat, resulting in coughing, gagging, vomiting, and inhalation of cinnamon, which can in turn lead to throat irritation, breathing difficulties, and risk of pneumonia or a collapsed lung.
What? Wow. That, I didn't know it was, I never tried it. I didn't know it was that dangerous, though.
It's serious.
Oh
it's serious enough that the news were doing pieces on this a year after the Cinnamon Challenge was a thing in order to warn parents about it.
Yikes. The Cinnamon Challenge has been described online since 2001 and increased in popularity in 2007, peaking abruptly in January 2012 and falling off almost as sharply through the first half of that year, then tapering off almost to its previous level by 2014. By 2010, many people had posted videos of themselves attempting this challenge on YouTube and other social networking websites. At the peak, Twitter mentions reached nearly 70,000 per day.
You know, I was the peak age of adolescence during the time that this was really popular, and this is when I would have made the decision to do this. And the fact that I chose not to do the Cinnamon Challenge just goes to show that, I may not ever win a Darwin Award.
That is lucky, because you want to be alive, so keep it up.
Health dangers. The stunt can be dangerous as there is a risk of gagging or choking on the cinnamon, especially if it forms a clump and clogs one's airways. Accidental inhalation of cinnamon can seriously damage the lungs by causing inflammation and leading to infection. The usual result of this stunt is a coughing, gagging fit involving clouds of cinnamon, which leaves some people gasping for air. Sometimes those performing the stunt may gag, choke, or cough and accidentally exhale the cinnamon through their noses, coating their skin and mucous membranes in cinnamon. As cinnamon is rich in the compound cinnamaldehyde that can irritate skin and tissues, the challenge often results in considerable irritation, discomfort, burning, or itching of the affected nasal tissue and nostrils. Preclinical studies in rats have shown that the cellulose fibers which comprise cinnamon are also responsible for triggering allergic hypersensitivity reactions. On YouTube, people have been seen coughing, choking, and lunging for water, usually as friends watch and laugh. Vomiting is also known to have occurred.
Oh my gosh. This sounds so dumb. The fact that so many people were doing it is even dumber.
Yep.
Cinnamon contains the chemical coumarin, which is moderately toxic to the liver and kidney if ingested in large amounts.
The Cinnamon Challenge can be life-threatening or fatal. In the first 3 months of 2012, American Poison Control Centers received over 100 phone calls as a result of the Cinnamon Challenge. A high school student in Michigan spent 4 days in a hospital after attempting the Cinnamon Challenge. Pneumonia, inflammation, and scarring of the lungs and collapsed lungs are further risks.
Yikes. In popular culture, the Cinnamon Challenge was aired on the 12th series of the reality television show Big Brother UK, in which show participants were to ingest ground cinnamon without the aid of water. Radio programs have also aired segments of people performing this stunt, and others in the public limelight have been reported as airing the stunt for public display, including NBA players Nick Young and JaVale McGee.
Many people upload their Cinnamon Challenge to YouTube. Comedian Colleen Ballinger told the Wall Street Journal that she took the challenge in character as Miranda Sings in 2012 to increase her YouTube traffic after hundreds of her fans had asked her to take the challenge. Her video received more than 2 million views, even though it is on a discontinued YouTube channel. Another comedian, Glozell Green, has attracted more than 50 million views with her cinnamon challenge video, in which she uses a soup ladle full of cinnamon instead of the usual tablespoon. I forgot about that.
Wow. People are nuts. A large group attempt at the cinnamon challenge was held in 2012 at RMIT University in Australia and involved 64 participants in quick succession. In a 2012 episode of the Discovery Channel series Mythbusters, each member of the build team attempted the challenge. Carrie Byron and Grant Imahara failed, while Tony Bellici completed it by tucking his spoonful into his cheek and letting saliva accumulate in his mouth until he could swallow. However, it took him more than 60 seconds to do so. That dude straight up cheated. I mean, if you're going to do the challenge, don't straight up cheat.
I mean, I don't think it would have been cheating had it took under 60 seconds.
Well, it didn't.
True. In the 2013 episode of Chicago Fire titled DEFCON 1, a cinnamon challenge is held to determine who will get to live in Severide's new apartment. The challenge is abandoned and the team is reprimanded by the chief. In 2015, Freddie Flintoff took the challenge on A League of Their Own, Season 9, Episode 1, and Criminal Minds actor Matthew Gray Gubler was recorded taking the challenge unsuccessfully. The challenge is also featured on Fox's Family Guy's 14th season opener, Pilling Them Softly, in which Peter Griffin makes numerous attempts. Anybody doing this after like 2010 is a poser.
I feel like this is just when I first saw the cinnamon challenge happening and people were just like ingesting it and like coughing and gagging and like the looks on their faces, I was just like, I don't want to do that to myself. Why would I want to hurt myself?
Yeah, same.
And so I think that people who like to hurt themselves for everybody else's joy may not be on the right track. I'm just saying.
I have participated in the Saltine Cracker Challenge, and I definitely successfully completed it. However, I did not film it, and so nobody believes me.
I have a friend who tried to beat the world record for the number of saltine crackers eaten. He thought he could do it, and he could not, but I did film him.
Do you still have this footage?
I did. I actually asked him if I could show it online. He said I could, so maybe I will someday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We should, if you have it, put it on YouTube and we'll link to it in the show notes for this episode.
Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. We'll see.
This has been the Wikipedia page for Cinnamon Challenge.
If you'd like us to read a particular Wikipedia page, please let us know.
Thanks for listening to WikiListen. To support the show, go to patreon.com/WikiListenPodcast and find us on social media at WikiListen and at Wiki.